Okay. I think I am live. I am pretty sure. And we will just wait for more people to start joining, and we can get this show on the road. I will also be sure to share this on Twitter. That way more of you guys can see it, hopefully. I'm trying to check my own channel right now, see if I can even find a link for the stream, and there it is. Yes, we are live. Perfect. So let me get a copy to that. And let me type this on Twitter, because again, the PlayStation 5 does not share cohesively a link on YouTube and on your social media platforms simultaneously. You have to do it individually, which I'm not a fan of. What's up, everybody who's joining the stream? Hopefully you're having a good Thursday afternoon. Big Boss Man, what's up, dude? Everyone else who's joining, if you're even having free time today on a Thursday afternoon, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I figured I'd do it now to stream while I have some free time. That way we can kind of get more into a discussion for it, and then just hear what all you have to say about it while we talk about it. Let's see. So, will the rumored Black Panther game be a massive mistake or a huge success? Whoops. Question mark. Exclamation mark, question mark. Currently live streaming Marvel's Avengers. While playing as T'Challa, because that's the main thing. It's the issue here with this game, if it turns out to be true. If T'Challa is not playable, then cancel it immediately, because that is ridiculous and should not even be a concept. Will the rumored Black Panther game be a massive mistake or a huge success? Currently live streaming Marvel's Avengers while playing as T'Challa in game. Tune in to join the fun. If you can call it that. No, I'm kidding. It is going to be fun. The fun, exclamation point, and link. Boom. Sorry that took so long. Again, YouTube and sharing links on Twitter and stuff, because I don't have a Twitch. If you guys know me, I usually do not stream that much. I only stream on like certain rare occasions like this. And I was thinking maybe I should do this as like a video, you know, to talk about this as like a lengthier video, more in depth, since I've been posting a lot of shorts recently on YouTube, the YouTube Shorts, which isn't bad, but it's just that sadly there's not a lot of news going on. There was the rumor of Black Panther, but it's not a big, you know, video that you can elongate like, oh, what's happening, because it's a rumor. It's a rumor. This has not been officially confirmed. Just to clarify, once again, this is a rumored Black Panther standalone open world single player game developed, keep in mind, developed by a brand new studio led by the ex-Monolith developer, Vice President Kevin Stevens. And if you don't know, the Monolith people are responsible for the Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor games and the upcoming Wonder Woman game. But the reason why people are scared and worried is, oh, EA, they are the ones publishing the game, which you got to keep in mind. They're not making the game, they're publishing it. It's different from developing it. So that's why I think people are concerned. Whereas me, I have a completely different concern altogether. Whereas I'm not worried if it's going to be made by EA or not. The issue I have is the rumor states that you, as the player, will not be playing as Black Panther, quote unquote. You'll be playing as some new character taking up the mantle of Black Panther, and T'Challa himself, King T'Challa, the main incarnation that we know of as Black Panther, will not be playable. So that is the huge issue I have a problem with, and I think could be a massive, massive mistake if that turns out to be true. But before we get into that and before we start playing, what is up, everybody who is joining the stream? Leave a like if you feel so inclined to do so. I would genuinely appreciate it. Share it, like it. We can also do a public party if any of you guys would like to do so, like we did last time when playing as, why were we streaming last time? We were streaming Spider-Man, I think. No, we were streaming Thor. That's right, we were streaming Lady Thor, Jane Foster Thor, in hype of her release for the game, and it was not good. But what's up, everyone? Big Boss Man, Chocolate Ice 22, Aninas Nunez Medina. What's up, my boy? Stealth Gamer 026, Callum Rezi, Moritaka Ishida, Soli, Knight's Edge, Justin Ayala, DJ Ricky. What's up, guys? Norman Figures, Unboxing and Reviews, Devon Crawford, Ruben Silva, Resident Evil Player, my boy Blasty Games, Mighty Morphing Poe. What's up, everybody? Spiderfan006, Victor Benitez, Rojo Broco, love that name, Llama Games, and everyone else. What is happening? So again, leave a like, share it. I would appreciate it. I think you can hear me, by the way. Yes, you can. Great. Just checked. Perfect. So we're all set. And let's just talk about this game if it's real. So first off, is this game real? The big question is, like, everyone's running with the whole notion of, like, oh my god, there's a new Black Panther game in the works. Well, first off, no, because it's a rumor. It's not been officially confirmed by anyone at Marvel or EA. Second off, I got the Civil War, the Captain America Civil War Black Panther suit for Black Panther in honor of Chadwick Boseman, the late great king himself. Rest in power, Chadwick Boseman. But I did not want to get the Avengers, standalone Black Panther skin. You know what I'm talking about. The Black Panther movie suit, if I can even see it. This suit, I'm sorry, I've said this, I think, numerous times. Not a fan of this suit at all. I think it's a massive downgrade from the suit that we got in Civil War. This suit's just perfection. This is like the best looking Black Panther suit, probably of all time. Minus, I think, even what Crystal Dynamics did, because I actually am a big fan of their own original design. I just don't like how the eyes are kind of not lenses. It looks like his eyes themselves are white instead of just lenses of the suit. But it looks great nonetheless. But we'll wear this one for a little bit just because of the recent reveal of the Wakanda Forever movie trailer, which I did see. I, at first, was very, very against. I was like, yes, it sucks that Chadwick Boseman has passed. I'm not of the notion that the role should be recast, because I think in the films, I understand that he had a big, big impact on people's lives. And it's very upsetting to see what is happening now, of course, with him gone and them having to do this movie all by themselves, so to speak, without Chadwick being there. Especially now that Namor the Submariner is going to be in the movie, is such a cool character. We could have had Black Panther, T'Challa, Black Panther going up against Namor. That would have been amazing, but sadly, we're getting a Black Panther, which I 1,000% think is Shuri, the sister of T'Challa. Lakeisha Wright, the actress who plays her. I think she's going to be the new Black Panther, taking up on the role, because that's what happens in the comics, where T'Challa stops being Black Panther and Shuri takes up the role as a female Black Panther, which I think would be very cool and emotional if they do it right in the film, and it looks like they will, because Ryan Coogler, I love as a director. The Creed movies, the Fruitvale Station, and the first Black Panther was also really good. I didn't love it like a lot of people did. I thought it was really, really good. I just think that a little bit more could have been done with Killmonger's character and just the visual effects not getting up to par. And yes, as you can see, I got the Black Widow beach body skin. Just something to look at, If you're tired of looking at Black Panther or the midness of this game, at least you got something appealing to look at a little bit. But yeah, other than that, the movie itself, I know we're supposed to be talking about the game, this rumored Black Panther game, but the movie, first and foremost, I think I didn't want Chadwick Boseman to be recast, because I think him as the character on film is so iconic that it's kind of hard to even come close to doing that, and it would be just kind of impossible to kind of match up to doing that. So I was initially you know what, he's gone, it's sad, but don't make another Black Panther movie, because it doesn't make any sense, and he's gone, so you can't really do anything else with the character. You could say, like, he passed in universe, which would be sad, Maybe even in the movie they might kind of reference the real-life tragedy of Chadwick Boseman passing away due to cancer. I'm sorry, I forget if it was lung cancer or colon cancer or something like that, but it was cancer. F cancer, by the way, but he passed away because of cancer, and I wonder if they're going to work that into the narrative of T'Challa passing within the world of the MCU, just like in real life with Chadwick Boseman. But I think don't recast T'Challa, because that would just be an impossible task to do. But I was already of the notion, do not make a second Black Panther movie without Chadwick Boseman. So now that he's gone, just don't make the movie. And it's like, well, what? You're just not going to have Black Panther 2? Yes. Yes is the answer to that, because it's just like unnerving and unnatural to kind of do that. And it would be odd, you know, to just kind of carry on another Black Panther movie without Chadwick, and just don't do it. So I was already against the notion of Wakanda Forever being a thing altogether. But then after seeing the trailer, my point here is that, well, they look like they're doing a good of a job as any to honor the legacy of Chadwick, carry on the character of Black Panther without T'Challa in the films, because Chadwick Boseman's gone. So in that context, I get it, and I'm hoping that the film can deliver something engaging and emotional and well put together, like what the first movie was. And given Ryan Coogler as a director and how much he loves the character of Black Panther and just the person that Chadwick Boseman was, I think it'll be fine. I don't know if it'll be, you know, better than the first one or, you know, a fantastic movie, but I think for the most part, I think it'll be an acceptable film for T'Challa. But now, what I'm getting at is, this is where we get to the game. So the game is rumored to be a Black Panther game, developed by the brand new, you know, ex-Monolith-led studio, published by EA. But the concept, from what we've heard from Jeff Grubb, and the reason why we're even talking about this is because it does come from Jeff Grubb, who we don't know is a very reliable gaming industry insider, and most of the time when he says something, it is likely true. So that means that this Black Panther game is likely going to happen, is likely already in development, or is in early stages of development, is what he said. But the concept, what they're saying, or what he's saying, is that it is going to be a Black Panther standalone, open-world, single-player RPG. We don't know if there will be microtransactions or anything like that, but if there is, it's expected to be EA. But they made Jedi Fallen Order, and they're making Jedi Survivor. Well, the developers are Respawn for that game, but they're publishing those games. So that's at least a sign that they hopefully are learning their lesson of not make full multiplayer live service microtransaction games. The other thing is that, again, it's a live open-world, single-player, action-adventure, RPG Black Panther game. Fine. But the catch here, the biggest catch, why I think it should be a massive mistake, is that the main character of the Black Panther game is not going to be Black Panther, or more specifically, it's not going to be T'Challa as Black Panther. And that is where I think that is a huge, huge misstep. Because first off, right here, we're playing as Black Panther in Marvel's Avengers, who had T'Challa as the main character, who was acted incredibly, in my opinion, by the wonderful Christopher Judge, who plays Kratos in the God of War game, the new God of War game from Sony Santa Monica, and is going to play him again in God of War Ragnarok. He plays T'Challa in this game, in this story for the War for Wakanda campaign. And granted, Crystal Dynamics were making this well before the passing of Chadwick Boseman. They were already well underway of making Christopher Judge, T'Challa, and him recording lines, and him acting as the character, and building Wakanda, and building Black Panther's moveset, and all that, etc., etc. The point is, you still had T'Challa fully playable in his own single-player-centric story with the War for Wakanda stuff, and it worked fine, in my opinion. It may not have been perfect, like what a lot of people were hoping for, but for the most part, for a single-player, story-focused Black Panther game, quote-unquote, so to speak, you got that with War for Wakanda. I'm not a fan of the live service stuff of Marvel's Avengers, don't get me wrong, but we're in Wakanda right now. You can explore the jungles of Wakanda. You're fighting Wakandan enemies with the Claw henchmen and giant robot spiders, of course, vibranium spiders, and the other stuff of it. You know, with the other characters in Wakanda, Shuri is here. You know, Black Panther's crew is here. His Dora Milaje are here. It's not open world, but it's pretty, you know, getting close for what you want for a Black Panther game. You've got to fight as Black Panther. You get to explore Wakanda and the jungles. You get to team up with other Marvel characters. Just a lot of people are like, oh, I wish Insomniac would make it. I wish Insomniac would make the Black Panther game. And yeah, I love them, but two things. One, that would mean that it would be another PlayStation exclusive, or likely a PlayStation 5 exclusive, just like Wolverine and Spider-Man 2 are going to be, because they're owned by Sony, and that would mean a whole lot of people would be able to play as Black Panther in a standalone Black Panther game. So that would piss off a lot of people. Second off, they're already working so damn hard on all these other Marvel games, Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. So they're kind of full, their schedule, their plate's kind of full as is already. And second, they can't make every single Marvel game. We already got another great Marvel game, if you guys remember, with Guardians of the Galaxy from Eidos Montreal, which I freaking love, and is my personal pick for Game of the Year of 2021. And just how good that was from a totally different studio. And again, even though it was published by the same people who did Marvel's Avengers, Square Enix, and that left a lot of people concerned, like, Marvel's Avengers sucked, so that means Guardians of the Galaxy is going to suck. And I say, no, because the developers are different. Crystal Dynamics developed Marvel's Avengers, but Eidos Montreal developed Guardians, because they're a different studio, they had a different vision, and the game turned out incredibly well, and it worked on so many levels. And it was an open world. It was a single-player, story-driven, action-adventure, third-person game, and it was dope, and I loved it, and everyone should play it if you're a fan of Marvel and the Guardians, and I can't believe I missed that spear toss. But again, so the same logic applies for Black Panther for this EA quote-unquote game. Like, EA's not making it, they're publishing it. So if they're given in the hands of the right developers, that's fine. But the problem is, I don't know if this is a notion from EA, Marvel Games, the developer, Bill Roseman, whoever is in charge, Kevin Stevens, regardless. The notion of we should just get rid of T'Challa altogether just because Chadwick Boseman is passed is ridiculous. And it should not translate into the games at all. Definitely in the films, because he's built his legacy as Black Panther in the Captain America Civil War, the Black Panther movie, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. He's in all those movies as Black Panther, and even the What If stuff too, which is excellent. So we should honor the legacy of Chadwick Boseman by doing Wakanda Forever and, you know, give him a great send-off in that film. But don't let the entire character of T'Challa go with him. And that's my kind of issue. It'd be like saying of, well, you know, God forbid, what if, just as a crazy example, if Spider-Man 2, you know, 2004 Spider-Man 2 was made with Tobey Maguire. And sadly, what if he passed away? What if there was an accident that happened, or he got a disease and he passed away? And Spider-Man 3, there was no Tobey Maguire, so they had to either recast or not make the movie. Well, that's up for you to decide. I would personally say, you know, since now, at the time, you know, there was no Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, no Tom Holland Spider-Man, it was just Tobey Maguire as the one and only Spider-Man. So that would be a lot harder. Like, would you recast, or would you just let him go and not do a third movie? That would be up for you to decide. But would you get rid of the entire character of Peter Parker from the comics at that point? No. You would still do the games. You would still do the cartoons. You would still do Spectacular Spider-Man. You would still do Spider-Man Web of Shadows. You would still do the Spider-Man games from Insomniac. You would still do the Spider-Man, the new animated series cartoon with Neil Patrick Harris. You would still do the Spider-Man Disney shows, Ultimate Spider-Man and the Disney XD Spider-Man, because the Peter Parker character is iconic and he's timeless, and the same logic applies to T'Challa, the leader of this iconic country, Wakanda, this fictional nation of this, you know, loud and proud African dominant nation, and it should be thriving with that, with the character of T'Challa getting more face time and recognition, especially if he's getting his own standalone AAA single-player-centric game that has never been done before. Like, granted, he's been in a lot of Marvel games, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, clearly here, Marvel's Avengers, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, even Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, some mobile games, but never like the standalone main character of his own AAA game. That's never been done before, and that'd be huge for the gaming medium as a whole, and that, I think, needs to happen. It's just that the issue is that if you're not going to make T'Challa the main character of said game, that's kind of doing a disservice to the legacy of Black Panther as a whole, from the comics, from the films, from the animated cartoons, from, you know, just the legacy of Marvel as a whole, what, you know, Jack Kirby and Stan Lee set out to do with making T'Challa as a character in general, and kind of getting rid of him in his entirety in other forms of media outside of the movies, I don't think should be done. That's just my opinion. That's kind of my overall thoughts on the Black Panther game, if done right, because I really dug Jedi Fallen Order. I thought it was a great game from Respawn. I thought it was one of the better Star Wars games that's come out recently. And I have played the previous Battlefront games as well, and I thought Fallen Order beats both of those by a mile, and I'm very much looking forward to Jedi Survivor. So I'm hoping that the same thing can happen, like, well, we have a clear Black Panther blueprint right here with Marvel's Avengers in Black Panther War for Wakanda. It's not a, you know, standalone Black Panther game, but as far as like what you could get from a definitive Black Panther gaming experience, this is as close as you're going to get to that. So I hope that they can look at that, maybe take some inspiration from the combat, because I do think the combat as Black Panther is kind of fun. But just, you know, elaborate on that more with, you have a single-player story, fully dedicated to T'Challa, not just a little expansion, but a full-on campaign, an open-world Wakanda, side missions to explore, a single-player campaign to dive into, him becoming a king. If they say, because the premise is that you are taking up this character, they don't specify T'Challa, which is weird, but you're taking up the character, the role of Black Panther after the previous Black Panther has died. So that could mean either T'Challa's father dies, and you step up as T'Challa to be the new Black Panther, like a Black Panther origin story, which could be cool. Or, you know, it sounds like is that T'Challa, the main Black Panther, is dead. So now you, as some new character, it doesn't even sound like it would be Shuri as Black Panther, just some random, you know, mega character or whatever, could now take up the role of the new Black Panther. And that's where I say, no, don't do that. That is disrespectful to the character and should not be done in any way, shape, or form. It should be T'Challa. It should be also led by Christopher Judge, who I think did a phenomenal job as T'Challa in this game, and bring him back and revive him in the role of the Black Panther for his own game in just, you know, a new, engaging way that has never been done before, and would be a huge, heavy-hitting contender for a possible Game of the Year title if developed right by the developers, not EA. I don't trust EA, but the you know, the developer underneath the EA banner. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's kind of my 2 cents. Again, thank you all for listening to me ramble, but that was my overall thoughts on how Black Panther should be done into video game form. And then again, I thought I should do, like, maybe I should do a video about this, but I thought, no, I'll do a live stream, because then I can read your comments as well. And what's up, everyone? Join Knight's Edge for the £79 donation. Thank you so much. Are you going to start a party soon? I most certainly will, and I'd love to have you join. Another donation from DJ Ricky. Just sent you an invite for a party on PSN. Awesome, Ricky. I'm sorry I missed that. I was just rambling my mouth off. I will definitely try and join. There you are, 7 minutes ago, started a party with you. And anyone else who wants to join can. Ricky, my boy, what is up?
What's up?
What's going on?
Sending you the location.
And Ricky, if you could make the party open to people, if more people would feel like joining, that would be great.
Yes, of course.
And everyone in the chat, let me know if you can hear Ricky, who I just joined in a party, because now we can get Ricky playing Avengers, if you are still playing this game, buddy. And also get your thoughts on the Black Panther game. And my boy, newest to Astonish, is here as well. The Black Panther solo game will be a mistake if they go the route of microtransactions. Yeah, I agree.
Lord.
Again, that's the people are focusing on the wrong thing. For the problem is like, oh, EA. Like the second that you see EA, a lot of people think, oh, microtransactions, scummy business practice. And yeah, I understand that. But again, EA is not developing the game. They're not the main developer in charge of the direction the game goes. That is this new studio led by the ex-Monolith president, Kevin Stevens. Vice president, sorry. But he's the one in charge, not EA, who is publishing it. It'd be like, is Sony making Spider-Man PS4 Miles Morales? No, that's Insomniac. So it's the same thing. Like, they're publishing the game. That's why it's a PlayStation exclusive. So if EA were to make, publish this Black Panther game, it would not be a exclusive game on PlayStation. It would be a multi-platform game, and it would not be developed by them. It would be published by them. So that's why I'm hoping that whoever's the new whatever the developer is, this unknown Monolith-led developer who is supposedly making it, then they will be the ones in charge deciding what goes where and what is going to be used how, So that's how it all works with me, I would think. But that is the issue that people are looking at the wrong way. My main issue, again, is if you're going to erase the character of T'Challa completely from the game. Like, well, rest in power, Chadwick Boseman. But if he's gone in real life, well, then T'Challa's gone forever in all forms of media. That should not happen. That I think is a mistake, and that is what I think. Because wouldn't it be better if you embrace the legacy of T'Challa within the role of a single-player main character lead, especially a character as impactful as Black Panther, getting his own game? That's huge. Especially if it's open-world single-player, that's even bigger. Because that's why people are like, oh, well, Black Panther's getting his own thing in Avengers, right? Because the War for Wakanda expansion's happening. It's like, No, because Avengers sucks. And like not a lot of people like Avengers. So that's why, like, well, most people either did not play the Black Panther expansion or they just weren't a fan of it because it was not. It was all in the format of the Avengers game. It wasn't a full-on Black Panther standalone experience. It's Black Panther, but it's in Avengers. You know, so that's kind of like there's limitations. The traversal obviously is not as fluid as it would if you just made a full game around Black Panther. Like you can climb up trees and do parkour and maybe fly around in some of the Wakandan jets and stuff. That would be cool. And, you know, just give that full AAA treatment dedicated solely to Black Panther, just like with Spider-Man, just like with Miles Morales, just like with Wolverine, just like with Marvel Spider-Man 2, with hopefully a playable Venom, I hope to God. So all that, you know, getting that AAA fully dedicated treatment, that is fantastic. I think is wonderful. It's just that I hope they go about it the right way if done properly. That's all I'm saying. See, saw a comment from someone, Georgi Mama Shalibi. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Any game that has a route to microtransactions is and will be a mistake. Yes, I agree. But again, I think, just like this game is, which, yes, I had to pay for the Black Widow beach suit and also the Black Panther Civil War suit. Yeah, those are microtransactions and not fun. So, yes, that's why I'm not a fan of either of those either. But I would hope... but it's funny because people are like, oh, they're worried about microtransactions happening from EA. When Square Enix is more so guilty of that with Marvel's Avengers versus EA, where they've recently done a pretty good job, in my opinion, with the single-player stuff. They've released, which I bought, by the way, the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which came with all 3 Mass Effect games remastered for current-gen consoles, or I guess I should say last-gen consoles, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. And it was all 3 games bundled together for $60, $70. So not like the Last of Us remake situation, which I'm super against, of the entire game. That's a remaster, I'm sorry, but that Last of Us remake on the PS5, that is a full-blown remaster. I guess it's technically labeled as a remake because you're remaking the game for a next-gen platform, but for the most part, it's still the same game, it's still the same animations, they're just polishing it, giving it some quality of life stuff. That's a remaster, in my opinion. Like the Final Fantasy VII remake, that's a remake. The, even like the Shadow of the Colossus remake is still a remaster, in my opinion, because that's still the exact same game, just with quality of life adjustments and better visuals. So that's a remaster in my eyes. So I get it, you're building the game from the ground up and scratch from the PlayStation 5, blah, 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 but it's still, like, the story's the same, the gameplay's the same, the graphics are improved, but it's all the same bare-bones skeleton from the original Last of Us and the PS4 remaster. So that's the remaster. But I'm saying the EA stuff, to get back to the point, the EA Mass Effect Trilogy, the Legendary Edition, that is all single-player, no microtransactions. It's all in one package, and you have the entire game ready to go for a reasonable price. And you also have Jedi Fallen Order being developed by Respawn Entertainment, completely diving into the single-player stuff. No microtransactions, complete story, great game, super fun. And I think they even added like some free stuff as well with like some ED1 skins or maybe like some challenge stuff. I don't know, but like the same logic is being applied to Jedi Survivor. And I would think for a character as popular and beloved as Black Panther, they do that same single-player only focused route with no scummy business practices, no microtransactions, just a pure single-player open-world AAA experience devoted to Black Panther, and that's it. And I'm hoping for the best with that, but we shall see. Again, it's all rumored, not even confirmed this is happening, but everyone thinks it is confirmed at this point since it comes from Jeff Grubb, Industry Insider. So I do believe him, but we haven't had any official news at all from Marvel or EA or whoever else is involved. So that could be the fact that maybe T'Challa is playable. Maybe T'Chaka is dead and you become Black Panther as T'Challa. We don't know. So all of it's just a hubbub. It's still, mum's the words, who's on first, who says what type of situation. But from what we have gathered right now, it still is kind of looking like that's the scenario applied to the game. Let's see. Ricky was here, but the party left. My buddy Ronnie, it'll be like if Christopher Reeve is gone in real life, then Superman's gone feather. Exactly. So Christopher Reeve was a legend. One of my favorite interpretations of Superman. But Superman's still around. He's in the cartoons. He's in the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. He, I guess, is in the movies, even though Henry Cavill's not really playing him, but he's in a Peacemaker episode. He was in Shazam, Man of Steel, you know. So he's still around, you know. Clark Kent, Superman's still getting his treatment, even though Christopher Reeve is gone, you know. So don't take the entire character of T'Challa just because Chadwick Boseman is gone. He'll forever be missed, but that's a big misstep, in my opinion. And I'm hoping that they'll understand that. Maybe the direction is now they're going to do like a you know, RPG, create a character Black Panther, which I would hope they don't. But maybe that's the decision right now, and maybe they'll see the reception from people and just change it midway through development. Because they could easily do that, especially if the game is incredibly early in development. Who knows what else they could change to the game if it is currently being made in this way. So that's all a big we shall see type of moment. But I'm hoping that they will come to understand that they should embrace the character of T'Challa instead of just getting rid of this.
I am not detecting any more corruption in the area for now. You are good to go.
Yeah, another example, Resident Evil player, the Resident Evil remakes. There's a bunch of them, right? There's like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 4 is getting a remake. All those are remakes, because those are like completely different genres of games. Like, the Resident Evil 2 game, original Resident Evil 2, was like straight up survival horror type of weird, like closed in, like a totally different mechanic. And then the remake is like a traditional third person action adventure survival horror type game. And it's excellent. So that's a remake in my opinion. A remake is where you completely change the style and genre of game.
There is close elite unit.
Or just the style and overall utilization of the game as a whole. Whereas Last of Us Remake, that's not a remake, that's a remaster, in my opinion. That's probably a hot take, or not, I don't know, but I will probably wait until that game goes on sale, because I like The Last of Us. It's not my favorite game ever made in the history of the universe, but a lot of people are kind of, you know, hesitant on the remake from what I've seen. So, I'm hoping that the remake will be fun, but I'm not going to buy it day one on PS5. What I will buy day one on PS5 is the Persona 5 PS5 remaster. Because, oh my god, I got to get that ASAP. I think I saw another invite from my buddy, DJ Ricky. Let's see. Yep. Let's see. Join. And boom. What is up, my peeps? Let's see. Is Ricky here? He was. At least I think he was.
Yes, I am here. What's up?
Boom, there he is. And Ghosty is here too, my boy. Ghosty from the Spidey Squad, everybody.
And Ghosty is here.
So, guys, I think that was my kind of overall premise and viewpoint on the Black Panther game. So what do you guys think? And by the way, in the chat, are you guys able to hear everybody in the party? Let me know. Oh, and a question from Casual Gamer. I'm sorry I missed your question. There's just, it's hard to read and play at the same time. But Casual Gamer, do you think we will get an X-Men game around the same time when they introduce the X-Men in the MCU? Have brand synergy. I don't know. And I don't even know, because during the MCU panel, I don't think they mentioned anything about the X-Men for Comic-Con, but I would hope they are making an X-Men game. Yep. I mean, we know that Insomniac is making a multiplayer game, but it sounds like from the job description that it's a brand new IP and not a Marvel game. Or the rumor was that, well, wait, they're doing Spider-Man 2, they're doing Wolverine, and this rumored multiplayer game, which was confirmed. They confirmed they are doing a multiplayer game, but we didn't know what it was. The rumor at the time is that it was going to be an X-Men game to tie in with the Marvel gaming universe that they're apparently building, because it looks like Wolverine is in the same universe as Spider-Man, the Insomniac Spider-Man game, which is sick if true. But a full-on AAA X-Men game, I don't know if they would do that lining up with the Mutants movie or whatever they're doing in the MCU. It could happen, but we don't know for sure if that's what's in the pipeline. I mean, we do know that Amy Hennig is making a Marvel game with the Skydance new media game, which could be either, it's rumored to be Fantastic Four or Ant-Man, but it could be X-Men, we don't know. We Chelsea. My boy Franco Greco Stealth Gamer is here in the party. What is up, bro? How's it going?
Yep.
Yes. I was gonna say, it's like, well, the game's called Marvel's Avengers, so I don't know if there will be X-Men or Fantastic Four or Defenders in the game, right? So I've even seen, like, you know, like other videos, like rumors and leaks, like maybe they'll put Venom playable in Avengers. Like, no, they won't, because
why would they haven't introduced the symbiotes idea? So
exactly, like I get Spider-Man's a PlayStation exclusive and he's in there and blah blah blah, but it's like you're not gonna get Venom in this game. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's not happening.
I have located another one of Claw's fuse machines. It needs to go.
Am I muted? No, I'm not.
Oh, so it's like, so that's actually a good point. So, like, say, for example, spoilers, I guess, in Logan, the Logan movie with Hugh Jackman, Logan dies in that movie. But just because Logan's dead in the movie, that doesn't mean that Logan isn't the main character of the Wolverine game. He is.
Yep.
Because it's a Wolverine game. It's Logan, Wolverine. He's the only Wolverine. I guess if you want to count Laura, you know, X-23. Yeah. But, like, full-on actual Wolverine, it's Logan, you know, as that mutant, that character with those powers. And just because he died in Logan, that doesn't mean he's not going to be in the Wolverine game, because he is. So it's the same logic here with this Black Panther game. Sadly, Chadwick Boseman's gone in real life. T'Challa looks like he's gone in Wakanda Forever. But T'Challa should still be the character focus of the game, just like he is here in the Avengers game. T'Challa is the main character of the War for Wakanda expansion, because that makes sense, because he is Black Panther. So they should do the same thing again for Black Panther in his own game. I mean, what you guys think? Would you guys be pissed if it was like someone else who's like you create a character, or you take on this role of like a Persona thing? Like in Persona, you're playing as like a standing character, like he has a name, a canon name, right? Like Joker, Akira, Ren, whoever, right? But that character exists because you're supposed to put yourself in the shoes of that character. Like that, you can make your character your own name, like, you know, Evan, or, you know, DJ Ricky, or Ghosty, or whoever, right? Like they could be the role in that character, but the main thing is that you are that character. That's the point. So that they're doing the same thing here for the premise of this Black Panther game. Like, you're the Black Panther. You are this new savior of Wakanda now that T'Challa's gone. Like, how do you guys think about that? Because I'm not a fan of it at all.
Though
It could be cool.
though the description, it's like, it's vague. Like they don't, I don't even know what it means. Like when it says that, oh, single player game, but you're playing as the new Black Panther.
Right.
Like, so it could just mean like anything.
Yeah, it was very ambiguous.
Yeah.
Like they just said, "Oh, you are the new Black Panther," but is it like T'Chaka is dead, T'Challa's father's dead, and you become like it's a Black Panther origin story in game form, which would be sick? Or is it like T'Challa is the Black Panther who's dead, and you take up his shoes in the universe?
Yeah. If
Yeah,
it's
my boy, Vigilante Spider is in the chat. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm not a fan of this whole MCU synergy thing where everything needs to be similar. Let everything be unique and different. 1,000%. 1,000%. It should not be constrained to the ties of the MCU at all. It should just stand on its own two legs without having to, like, just like Insomniac have been doing with Spider-Man and like again, people love Toby and Andrew and Tom, but some people like myself love that games version the most. Because it's its own thing. It's unique and different. Even though I'm not a fan of Avengers, I really like this version of Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel in the game. I thought she was great. Sandra Saad was fantastic as the character, and that's different from the Kamala that we got in the Disney Plus show. So the same thing here. Like, we got a T'Challa in the MCU, we got T'Challa here in Marvel, the Avengers game, and we should get T'Challa again in the Black Panther game. And just let them own by their own thing.
Still being held in place by blocks on top of the legs.
Yep.
Wait, so you mean... Wait, say that again? So you mean, like, if Black Panther was not the focus? Or, I mean, T'Challa was not the focus? A sequel. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because this is, like, if true, which I think at this point safe to say it is, if true, this is, like, the first time a massive character like T'Challa gets his own standalone AAA devoted game. Just like Miles Morales got with his own game. Like, he was in Spider-Man, PS4, you know, the original in 2018 as a side character, Miles Morales, but as Spider-Man, right? As his own Spider-Man, he got his own game. So if you're going to make, like, and that was the first time that's ever happened for, like, a predominantly African-American-centric superhero to take on the role of Spider-Man, to get that own devoted treatment. Like, he got his own story. He got his own set of moves. He got his own web-swinging mechanics. He got his own, you know, graphical updates. He got his own suits. Original Miles suits that have never been done before in any form of media from Insomniac. So that's crazy. So same thing here, like Black Panther, or, you know, T'Challa should be the sole focus of his own devoted game for the first entry. Yeah, if later on they want to do that, if they want to make a Black Panther trilogy of games, yeah, then do that for like the one in the next installment, but not for like the first outing. It should definitely stick with T'Challa.
Yeah. Wouldn't make sense for the first outing.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, buddy.
I did. I made a little YouTube short of it the other day.
Unofficially confirming it that Spider-Punk is going to appear in Across the Spider-Verse.
That's hilarious. It's crazy that there's merch of the movie already and it comes out next year. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I guess because it was confirmed to come out this year, so maybe they already have, you know, I guess previously confirmed it was supposed to come out this year and then got delayed to next year. So maybe they already had this ready to go. And now, which is kind of funny because now, like, who else are they going to reveal through leaked merch? They're like, we already know, you know, Japanese Spider-Man's in the film.
Yep.
2099. Spider-Woman, Peter B. Parker.
Yes.
Spider-Man India's teased. That's the other one I was thinking of.
Yep.
So all that could be dope if, like, they just show all the, like imagine like a toy just gets leaked for like Spider-Man India. Like that'd be insane. That'd be awesome. Oh Jesus!
Spider T-Rex.
He might be in Beyond the Spider-Verse since he's like, didn't he just like that's the thing that happened this year, right? So he's pretty new.
Imagine Spider UK in Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes, I could see it.
Yep.
Oh, Casual Gamer, you're talking to one member of the group chat. We don't hear his voice though. Oh, apologies. See, I was hoping that wasn't the case, but on the party, if you guys can check your settings, maybe just make sure that you're being heard to my boy Ghosty in the chat at last. What's up? But if you guys sadly weren't able to hear that, we were talking about how Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, recently leaked Spider-Punk is going to be in the film, and how there could be other Spider people popping up, like with leaked merchandise soon, because he was leaked through merchandise that Spider-Punk is going to be in the movie through a guitar and a mask. So now they could show like merchandise for Spider-Man India and Spider-Man UK, Spider-Man Tyrannosaurus Rex, like who knows, all these other characters possibly being included, which is cool.
Hola amigos. How's everyone doing? Yes, it's me.
Yeah.
It's your boy Ghosty.
Mr. Arkham, I just want to know where I can buy that Spider-Punk merch. Yeah, so I think it was at a Target somewhere in Georgia where someone took the photo that if you guys saw, I did a little YouTube short showing it. It was a merchandise of a guitar, literally called the Spider-Punk Web Blaster, and mask with like the mohawk, the spike mohawk that said Spider-Punk mask. So people found that merchandise in Georgia at a Target somewhere in Georgia. So that is where that is located. That's what I'm saying. Like if he rips on his dude, Dude, wait a minute. Imagine if, it, like, spoilers, I guess, Stranger Things Season 4 style, where Eddie Munson comes out, like, he has, like, a guitar, and he just rips, like, shreds metal and just shoots webs out of the guitar. That would be actually insane. That would be the coolest thing I've ever seen.
No. Like, Spider-Man's gonna come in and he's gonna play Master of Puppets by Metallica in the movie.
Yes, dude. Like, what's a more applicable song for Spider-Man? What would be, like... I don't know, like a heavy metal version of like Up the Water Spout, like, or something crazy like that.
He's gonna play the
Spider.
The Spider-Man 60s theme, but with the with the guitars in it.
Right.
Yep. Oh fuck. Yeah, that music.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh my god, he dodged.
Dude, that would be cool AF.
So, Evan, have you seen the announcements that they made at San Diego Comic Con?
Party. What is up, dude?
What's going on, Franco?
Ghosty, what'd you say?
Did you see all the announcements that Marvel Studio have made on their panel at San Diego Comic Con?
Yes, like all the films that they revealed for Phase 5 and 6, which was crazy. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this with This is a hot take. 18 episodes is great, but Daredevil Born Again has me worried because it's not the same thing as like how they were able to go let loose as much as possible for the MCU on Netflix, because Netflix had the if you see, I swear to God, I feel like I'm the only one. Maybe I'm in the minority. I don't know. I prefer. They're both great. Let's just get that out of the way here. They're both Daredevil and Punisher are fantastic. I think I slightly prefer the Punisher Netflix series over Daredevil because of how much gruesome stuff they were able to do with Frank Castle in that show. With when he got Agent Orange in the end, where he gouged his eyes out, and you see the blood coming out.
That was such a
so
brutal
that
death.
was insane. So I'm worried. They might have an 18-episode story to dive into, but will they dive into the Catholicism of Matt Murdock and his religion and the conflict and the, not gore, but the maturity of all that, how much the Netflix show did? And it's weird because they already did the Born Again storyline in Daredevil Season 3. If anything, I would have preferred they called it the Man Without Fear or something and just do that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but this is interesting. I don't know if I'm super sold yet, but I mean, Charlie Cox is back, Vincent D'Onofrio's back, so I'm hoping it's good.
Yeah, but interestingly enough, that I don't.
What you mean, cinema? You mean No Way Home?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant in you were at Comic-Con. Wow, that's awesome.
Okay, that's plain dirty.
Yeah, my theater when we saw it, when my dad and I saw it, we were all excited. Charlie Cox is back.
Yeah.
The legend.
Yeah,
some people concerned
Firstone, it's a soft reboot. No, I think they confirmed this is a season 4 of Daredevil, and it also, of course, would be a continuation from the Hawkeye Disney Plus show since Kingpin's in that.
God damn it.
And it's clearly not dead, apparently, since they cut away from Echo, Maya, shooting Kingpin in the face, but then obviously he didn't because he's back, and he'll be in the show, so that was just a fake out to get people pissed off.
Yeah, and they also confirmed that Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio are coming back for Echo, so that's the other.
Yeah.
Now imagine they did Kingpin as the mayor.
Resident Evil player Evan, remember the Spider-Man triple action web blaster back in 2004? Yes, I do. They're bringing it back, but in full-on style with the Spider-Punk guitar greatness.
All right, let's go, Evan.
Franco, my boy Stealth Gamer, which I hope everyone, by the way, subscribe, follow, support Stealth Gamer 026 as much as you can. He's been doing a great job on Twitter and YouTube, and he's been doing shorts recently, which you should definitely check out.
Yeah, I just uploaded my very first short for the channel, so if you want to check that out, it's on my channel.
And I'm sure you'll be doing more Spider-Man 2 videos soon when there's news, because it's been so dry recently with nothing going on.
Yeah, I'm in the process of editing a big video for Marvel Spider-Man 2, so keep an eye out for that.
Everyone stay tuned and subscribe to Stealth Gamer, because he definitely deserves.
Subscribe to Franco. He
The absolute GOAT. So Franco, now that you're here, and Ghosty too, since I want to get your insight on this, what do you think about the... And the chat, I guess, also let me know if you can hear Stealth Gamer and Ghosty, which would be great, before they dive into it. But with all the news I'm sure you've read about the Black Panther game, and also with, you know, Wakanda Forever doing this without T'Challa as a character in the film, because Chadwick Boseman sadly is no longer with us. I get that it's respecting Chadwick's legacy by not having him in the film. I get that. That's one thing. But the game should not be the same thing. Do you guys agree or disagree?
Like MCU brand synergy.
Yeah, like connecting that type of same narrative with other forms of Black Panther in media. So the games, comic shows, just kind of like erasing or like alleviating T'Challa altogether from the scenario of Black Panther in media.
I'm gonna let Franco speak first. You speak your first, Franco.
Okay. You know, like everybody, you know, I'm hesitant because, you know, EA is the one publishing it, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. You know, they're just a publisher, just not developers. So
yeah,
it's up to the actual developers of the game. Like if the game is real, because allegedly they are working on it, but we still have no confirmation if it is in the works. But if it does come true and it does exist and if all that is true, then I'll just get my expectations in check and just go from there.
Yeah. Just gonna wait and see for the Black Panther game.
So, T'Challa, though,
if
it is to say it's real, because I think we can assume for right now that it does have a lot of credibility behind it since Jeff Grubb leaked it. If it's real, and if Black Panther T'Challa is not the main character, would you be upset about that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'd be 100% upset about it, because, like, why would you make a Black Panther game if T'Challa is not gonna be Black Panther?
Should go without question.
No, or either T'Challa or even his father, T'Chaka.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, for me personally, it's like yeah, I do absolutely agree with Frank. It's like making a Black Panther game without T'Challa, it's like making a Spider-Man game without Peter Parker, pretty much.
Exactly.
Or making a Iron Man game without Tony Stark, or stuff like that. So yeah, like it's fine. Like I understand it in Wakanda Forever because obviously due to the unfortunate circumstances that Chadwick Boseman was into that we all didn't know about. So like in Wakanda Forever I can understand, but I don't think it should be applied to everything Black Panther related.
Right.
We should still have T'Challa in other media, like games, comics, animation, etc. Like this only happen if I only want that to only be for the MCU, but not necessarily to everything, Black Panther related. So yeah, I do absolutely agree with that.
If they're doing it to like honor Chadwick Boseman's legacy, it's kind of ironic because his legacy, besides all the other incredible movies he was in, like Third Marshal and what was it, James Brown or something, but also like totally blanking. He was in this one movie I think with not Denzel Washington.
Oh my God!
Just regardless, just the point being, it's ironic because his ultimate legacy was the character of T'Challa, and get rid of the character completely is doing a disservice to his legacy. So if they're doing it to like honor the legacy, like, oh, we don't want to be disrespectful and not make T'Challa involved because that's just kind of doing a disservice to Chadwick. It's actually the opposite. You are doing a disservice by not making T'Challa the main character, because then you can honor the character that he played in different ways that we weren't able to see him on screen or in the Avengers game, because it's something completely new and different with T'Challa at the forefront, and embrace that character in a way that we've never seen before. Maybe it'll be completely different from the movies and the comics.
Yep. And so like so have you seen the announcement that they're basically making 2 Avengers movies on the same year, pretty much?
I saw that, and I also saw like a hilarious tweet from someone, like, which, by the way, this is also in line with the recent sad news that came out with like the VFX artists are being completely taken advantage of, which is totally like that. Like, if you guys did not know that was happening already, like, it was so clear that it was. It's like, how are you pushing out all these projects so fast in such a short time span with like such little backlash? It's like, well, because they're getting overworked, that's why. But I saw that announcement that Secret Wars and the Kang Dynasty, or I guess reverse order, the Kang Dynasty is coming first, then Secret Wars are both coming out in 2025. And I saw a hilarious tweet with like the CGI in the film, and then it's like a clip of like the Scorpion King with The Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
The Rock Johnson, like super gross looking scorpion monster. Like that's hilarious because that's how it's gonna look. Like the CGI is gonna look so watered down bad if they don't have enough time to work on these projects. Just like how it looks right now in the She-Hulk series, which I'm not looking forward to at all. Even if Daredevil's in it, I'm not looking forward to that show.
Yeah.
I guess it's just not for me, but it just does not look that great visually, and just the comedy isn't hitting for me, and I've never been a big She-Hulk fan, but
yeah,
you already know they're going to probably add her in this game just like they will in the show soon. Like, I guess actually like
the only
Jane Foster soon.
The only reason that everyone's gonna watch it is because Matt Murdock is in it.
I don't want to though. Is the thing. That's why they put him in the show at all though. That's the exact reason.
Try
they
to
put
get
him in the
people
show
to watch
because
it.
people aren't gonna watch a standalone She-Hulk show with just She-Hulk. Like,
They
what
did
you can do? Well, she's a
No,
lawyer.
you-
Get another lawyer in there. Matt Murdock. Boom. Done.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, well, Charlie Cox is there. I don't know how I feel about him having the yellow suit. I'm like, I don't know, how's that going to look in live action? Because it looks not great for me right now, but we'll see.
Seems like a darker, like, yellow.
Yeah, like
in
a
the-
mustard, gross-looking.
Yeah.
Ketchup
brown
and
yellow,
mustard.
yeah.
He's a hamburger.
Yep.
Ketchup and mustard, yeah.
He's a
It,
hamburger.
literally, yeah, those are the color palettes he chose. Ketchup and mustard on his suit.
So he's a hamburger.
He's a
Yep,
hamburger.
pretty much.
He's a hot dog.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm actually I was shocked, and also I was really sad with the reveal that apparently VFX artists are getting overworked as hell.
Yeah.
for those,
Overworked, and I think one of them even said like they've missed
they're getting
their
underpaid and
families and
understaffed.
stuff. Like they haven't been able to see
Yeah.
their families or whatever in like a long while. Like okay, which yikes. But for me, like you know how insane I am. Like if I was like for example in like Marvel games, right? Like just me personally, I would like not eat or sleep if it meant like I could work on Marvel's Spider-Man series, for example. But for like these big budget movies that have taken months and years to work on, you need like the quality and the time to make sure that they're delivering the proper etiquette necessary to give these workers proper treatment. Same thing with like any game developer or comic writer, anything. This applies to any form of work. But it's disheartening to read about that, especially for Marvel, how inclusive and well oriented they're supposed to be as a company. It sucks to read about that for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, and you can tell that the quality of the movies recently have been really like going down ever since like Civil War.
Thor Love and Thunder looked awful.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was.
It
Thor
really
Love
was.
and Thunder did not look good
And
at all.
the
Like,
funny
well,
thing
Gore
is-
was the best part of the movie. I'm like, was he though? Even the narrative
Yeah.
was kind of eh. I mean, like, literally,
I think-
not even kidding. The message of the movie is the power of love. That's it.
Yep.
Great.
That movie
okay?
was way too comedic in my
It
opinion.
was not great.
It's Taika
and-
Waititi, man. Like he's gonna
Which
make.
is weird because I really liked Jojo Rabbit and
Oh, I love Jojo Rabbit.
Thor Ragnarok. I actually really liked Thor Ragnarok a lot, but I did not like this at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm gonna say here, I was not the biggest fan of Ragnarok. I'm sorry.
I know that was a very divisive movie from people, but
Yeah.
I think just because I liked the first Thor, but I thought maybe it was like a bit too over-exaggerated at some points, but I did like the human element they brought to Thor being a god and all that. Dark World, I need to see it again. I barely remember anything from that movie. But Ragnarok
thing.
I ain't
was
touching that.
hilarious.
The
I
only-
really,
the only-
really liked
the
Ragnarok.
only-
My dad and I saw it together,
the
and
only-
that's like the most I've ever seen him laugh, in an MCU film.
The only thing I remember from the Dark World is the ether, the reality stone. That's all really.
What was it, like the red Kool-Aid came out and went to Natalie Portman. Yeah.
Yeah, which
yeah.
apparently that was the source
Which is
of
also
her
a
giving
stone?
cancer.
Which is weird. Oh, if that's what gave her cancer, that's actually a great tie-in to that.
But it's like even with like trying to, because okay, here's a little review from Ghosty's review on Thor Love and Thunder. So spoilers if you have seen the movie. Like for me, it's like they when they trying to do like a serious moment or trying to do like a a character driven moment or something, it will always be taken over by a freaking joke or like a gag in the scene, and it's like, why do you have to do
Also
this to
known
me? Like,
as all MCU films.
Yeah.
But no. More so in Love and Thunder than Ragnarok, I would say, because that was just all jokes 24/7.
Yeah.
It's like they took the thing that I didn't like about Ragnarok and doubled down on it, which made me not fan.
Yeah.
And also, like the VFX are awful. Like have you seen that on Twitter? Like the kid that's like talking to Thor. Like the VFX of that scene. Oh my god! Like what the fuck is that? Like those VFX.
That and well, I think more so just some of the images with the green screen looking very noticeable in the background of some of the environments.
Because they used the volume in Love and Thunder. They used
it's the same tech that's being used in the Batman movie.
Because it looks incredible in like the Mandalorian and stuff like that, but it didn't look that great in Batman as well, but not in this. I don't know what it was.
Because they didn't use
shot composition. I don't know, it was framed well or something. It didn't look right.
Because they didn't use the volume properly, unlike the Mandalorian or Batman.
Yeah.
Right.
Which, oh my god. So yeah, like I would give the Thor Love and Thunder a 5 out of 10. It was meh. It was a very meh.
Exactly.
And I thought No Way Home's original release VFX were worse. I guess I was wrong.
Really? Like the visuals of like Doc Ock and stuff, or like
like Toby's suit and the Goblin and the Goblin's helmet. Like I can tell was like CG. But yeah, like some of it looked like it was unfinished.
I have no idea. I still don't know. I guess it's because different VFX companies work on these films. But I swear to God, like the CGI effects in 2002 Spider-Man, just any of the Raimi Spider-Man films, hell, well, even like all the Amazing Spider-Man films look insanely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Especially the Amazing Spider-Man 2, even though I
bland visual effects I've like seen in like a superhero movie in general, not just for Spider-Man, but just overall. Like, look at the detail on Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man suit in CG in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 versus how he looks in No Way Home, and it's like night and day.
Well, I mean, like, I think in terms of like the practical suits in No Way Home, I think Andrew's looks the best in terms of the practical.
Well, practical because they're all real. They look great.
Yeah.
But, like the VFX, like fighting the lizard and all the Sinister Six.
But even like
members.
with the CG suit, I think Andrew's is probably the best out of all of them.
Yeah.
Because like they barely have to like touch anything. Maybe like color grading and like contrast.
Yeah, the reason why Andrew looks the best is because they actually kept his suit pretty much like how it was in Amazing Spider-Man 2. In comparison to Toby, where they have like actually remade his suit because no one has used the Toby suit in like God knows how long.
Which is insane because all you have to do if you're making the Spider-Man film, John Watts, is look up a Spider-Man cosplayer and they can literally send you blueprints on how to make a Spider-Man suit based off the Stan Lee film. In 2 seconds. There are cosplayers that make some of the most intricately detailed suits you will ever see, more so than some of these movie designers. I'm not kidding. Like
have you guys seen the this video of this guy that did like a really great replica of the Raimi suit? I'm like, why the hell did
like
they not
the
get
standard
that?
red and blue one or the black one? Because I've seen both.
The red and blue, the standard red and blue.
I mainly saw one where someone made like the Spider-Man 3 black suit cosplay, and it looked like just out of the movie. It looked nuts.
Yep.
And I'm like, why the fuck could you not get that guy to do the suits
That's
for
what I'm
No Way
saying.
Home?
Like these people have insane talent. Like it's the same thing. Like there was some. This was like for the Sonic movie, right? Where like someone made like a fan art made CG render of like this is how Sonic should look like in the movie, and then they actually ended up hiring him for the actual movie.
Yep.
So it's like the same thing. Like just look at these talented like online creators or like comic enthusiasts or cosplayers, and they make some like the most craziest stuff.
But I mean, hey, it took them long enough to finally actually give us a very good like suit for Tom, like at
an accurate one at
the integrated suit.
No, the final swing one.
Final suit.
Yeah. The actual good Spider-Man suit, right? Which is hilarious because like, this is the most accurate, practical made Spider-Man suit you'll ever see, and it's the most CGI thing in the film overall. Like, it's hilarious. But I'm hoping, like, I will never forgive Marvel though if like Spider-Man 4 happens or whatever, and then they don't use that suit. They use like a different suit.
Yep.
I will never.
I'm gonna be like, I'm done.
Yeah, goodbye.
You'll be like, hey, do you guys expect the Spider-Man with that suit? Nah, that's just gay. Let's put him with another suit.
Well, I guess sidetrack, and I love how it always happens in these streams. We always start off talking about something else other than Spider-Man, and then we get to Spider-Man. But now we're on Spider-Man. What do you guys think? What are the chances of, you know, modders are probably already doing it, but officially, do you think that Insomniac are already creating suits of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit and the No Way Home ending suit for Marvel Spider-Man Remastered once it releases on PC and when the No More Fun Stuff version releases for the movie?
I have a theory
In
about
September, is it?
What is
September
it?
6th?
August 12th.
August 12th, yeah, it's August.
No, the movie I know is... The game I know is August 12th. The movie
Yeah,
is that
movie.
September 2nd?
Yeah, September 1st.
Oh, 1st, okay. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a day early, right. So, do you think, though, officially they're going to release the movie suits in the game?
I'm gonna. Well, that's hard because because like usually like if they were like if we go back like to 2020 when they show like details for the remaster and then they show like the Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit was coming to the game.
Yeah.
Like they would have already said it during that PlayStation blog post where it went over the details for the PC version. So
Right.
I'm gonna probably say at the moment no, but I'm not. But I have a little hope out that it might happen.
This
but,
is, and I brought this up in a tweet previously, this is the last chance they have. Otherwise, they're going to be added into Spider-Man 2. This is like the last official marketing ploy that they can utilize to promote these suits and put it in the first game, or else they're just going to be added to the second.
Which will be.
And I'm more pissed, by the way, at the movie than the game because the frickin' I bought the Blu-ray for No Way Home, and it has no deleted scenes in it, so I'm gonna have to buy the Blu-ray again for the More Fun Stuff version when that comes out later, probably by the end of the year.
yeah, I bought
What
the
the
steelbook
heck?
for the movie,
Purpose.
the 4K steelbook. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to buy it again.
That is if they do release that version of the movie in digital, that is.
I
Yeah.
would think so.
They might.
But yeah,
That's right,
but
Resident Evil
yeah.
player,
Yeah.
Toby and Andrew Funko Pops. That's finally, yes, we saw
Yep.
those. They look great.
I'm gonna
get them for sure.
Feels wrong to see such
I'm gonna
cruel
get Andrew
technology
because he's my
under
favorite actor to play Spider-Man. So.
particle science centuries ago.
I have a tendency of
Claw and his men
I
should be embarrassed.
have collected, I should say, Spider-Man Funko
He
Pops
has-
of suits for Spider-Man that are in Spider-Man PS4. So I have like the Future Foundation suit, I have the Kane Scarlet Spider suit, I have the Amazing Fantasy 15 special, Funko Pop because the comic suit technically kind of is in there. Spidey Skater Boy I know is probably pissed at me saying that, but technically it's kind of there, and all the MCU suits that are in the game, except for the freaking stupid, dumb, terrible, idiotic, moronic, gross black stealth suit from Far From Home. It's terrible. Never getting that suit. It's awful.
Oh my god!
Dude,
Like,
did
and
you
this-
show up in...
I do have, the Stark suit. I have the upgraded suit. I have the Iron Spider MCU suit. So now I'll probably get the integrated suit because I do like that suit, and I won't get the black and gold suit because I'm not gonna.
Are you not gonna get the Toby Funko Pop?
No, I will. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get that one regardless because even if it is in the game, which is great, but because I love Toby Spider-Man, so it's like finally we get Toby Spider-Man
Even
and
though, like-
Alfred Molina Doc Ock, but no Green Goblin, which is weird.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna release them later.
Yeah.
No, but talking about the Toby and Andrew Funko Pops, I can't wait to see how much the scalpers are going to be putting them up on eBay for.
Holy
Watch, they're gonna
smokes,
put it
that's gonna be
in like thousands of dollars. Or
yeah.
millions.
If the tickets weren't enough, this is gonna be even more.
Yeah.
Which that reminds
Okay.
me, like, the more fun stuff version comes out in a couple weeks, and there still hasn't been tickets up for buying.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the movie.
Where
well,
are they, Sony?
Yep.
Well, the movie.
Right.
The movie.
When did they
Well, the movie.
When did they go online for the first time?
No,
Was it like a week before or like longer?
November. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Spider Monday was November 28th? Like, at the end
29.
of November. 29, that's what it was.
Oh yeah, because that's where the whole meme comes from. Like, what about Electro Monday? Spider Monday. Where's Electro Monday? It's like, oh, you'll get a Jamie, don't worry. But yeah, that's hilarious. Worries. Yo, guys, can't wait for Marvel Spider-Man 2. We can't either, Worries. We're right there with you.
But also, I put out a... Actually, I'll tell you after.
What? You can say now, unless it's...
Nothing.
Okay.
No, and guys, wait for actual Marvel Spider-Man 2 news, not just some leak on the internet that's going on like Reddit or 4chan or whatever.
Take this with a grain of salt.
Well, that's why
video game leaks.
Neither Franco nor myself do like. Here's a little tiny thread I found on Reddit. This is a total accurate information blog about the whole game. No.
Yeah, dude, trust me. That's my source. Dude, trust me.
Yeah. Dude, my bro, it's legit. Don't worry.
Dude, trust me.
That's a nice argument, Senator, but how would you back that up with a source?
Yeah,
the source that I made it
fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love it.
Exactly.
Now, here's the thing. There are things as leaks and rumors. If it's a leak from an insider like Jeff Grubb, that is more than likely reliable enough to make a video about.
Yeah.
If it's like, I found this little thing on Reddit, no.
If it's a Reddit user, no.
Yes.
I've located captive in
No.
They're being kept in
I'm gonna Evan and I we actually already discussed this in a previous live stream back when we celebrated the 80K subscribers live stream.
Yes.
We talk about how there's a difference between a leak and then a rumor. And obviously it's like if it is like from a reliable source, like recently with the Black Panther game, like if it is
like that's why everyone's running with it, because it does come from a reliable source, Jeff Grubb, because he not only he made one of the older God of War games. That's why he's so who's this Jeff Grubb guy? Like, has he actually made a video game that's well known, but he's also a well-known industry insider for gaming that is reliable and has sources that work on these games. So if he says something, there's a lot of credibility around him that, like, you know what, that might be true. But just like, this Black Panther game's happening. Where's it from? Tinder. There's some guy on Tinder. Oh, God. No, I will not try. Oh, guys!
Or TikTok.
The Harry dies and Venom's going to be playable. Like, okay, those are all things you can probably kind of assume that are going to happen in Marvel Spider-Man 2. It's paying attention to the story and are hoping from a gameplay perspective to do. But like, oh, there's going to be the black suit. There's going to be the gameplay. The swinging is like what they go like really specific. Like what they say, like the swing is 1.76 times faster than the previous games in Spider-Man 2. And there's going to be like the mission variety of playable. Like, where did you hear that from? Grinder. Yeah, just my guy from Grinder told me about this. No, I don't trust you, I don't know you, and I don't believe you. So simple as that. But like that's why I'm hoping that the Skydance new media game, which was teased by Kevin Smith, who is interviewing one of the writers of the game, which is even more of a big source and leak, because he's like, oh, what's this Amy Hennig Marvel game about? We don't know anything other than it's just a Marvel game, right? Like, yeah, that's right. I'm writing it, and I can't say more than that, other than it takes place in the Marvel universe. It's like, well, because obviously it's a Marvel game. But then, who's the character in the game? Because we don't know that yet. That's not officially revealed. Well, the writer and Kevin's like, I can see that the chat already guessed it. It's like, wow, that's a huge hint. So when he said that, the chat was saying either Ant-Man or Fantastic Four. So that's massive. So it means it's either one of those is the Skydance media. That's a big, and that is a leak. It's not like a rumor. Oh, this guy said that, it might be true. No, this guy actually works on the game and directly teased that it could be either one of those two things. Unless it's just out of nowhere, some Daredevil or something. But from which would also be amazing. But from the teases, it sounds like I hope it's Fantastic Four. Because come on, we need a Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic Four. They're in more of a need for revival.
Not Ant-Man, because he's in. First off, he's in Marvel's Avengers. Second off, I don't see how a single-player standalone Ant-Man game could work. And third off, Fantastic Four are in much more of a need than for their own game. Absolutely, you got 4 playable characters. You got Amy Hennig making it and narratively leading the charge of it. You got great characters off the bat with all of them and their stories from the comics. You got awesome villains that you could pull from: Namor, Galactus, Doctor Doom. Annihilus, like any of these crazy characters. And then you're not going to give them their own game? No. They're going to be. They better. Otherwise, we're gonna have one.
Although that means that if we're gonna get a Fantastic Four game, that you know that you have to use that game for like brand synergy. So that means we're probably not gonna get that game until like 2023 or 2024.
I say no
so.
because Wolverine has nothing to do with anything going on in the MCU right now. They're just doing a badass Wolverine game. So that's what the Avengers game is doing, where they're doing the brand synergy. Let's release Jane Foster Thor around Love and Thunder, and then the same thing. Like, well, hey, Spider-Man was always supposed to come out in November. It's like, no, wrong.
Yeah, no, he
come out in March.
No, wrong.
If you recall, it was supposed to come out in March
But then
of
plans change, of
2021.
course. Right?
Yeah, but then plans changed, and they had to work on them more and make them worse. So whatever. But no, you know, it's just weird how they did that.
I
But
did see the thing though for Avengers that apparently they're doing
we'll
Winter Soldier.
see with She-Hulk. If She-Hulk comes out soon, there's rumors, you know, they already confirmed like one of the voice actresses is going to be playing her. So I think that they might release She-Hulk in the game of Marvel's Avengers alongside of the She-Hulk show.
Another clone. That's what you want.
Yes.
Gee, imagine if She-Hulk has a super jump.
It's
than
insane.
the
Like
regular
Jane
version of
Foster
the
is
Hulk.
literally just
That would be
Thor.
an
Like
that would be a
her
massive
ultimate is different, and that's it. But they waited like half a year to release her after Spider-Man, so that's worth it, I guess.
Yeah. You know what movie is gonna get $1 billion? Morbius 2, baby.
It's Morbin time, boys. It's Morbin time.
Morbin time. Sidebar, I've actually, regardless of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I actually have recently been diving a bit deeper into the Power Rangers movies because I just forgot how much I love them. And it's just badass. But yeah, it's Morbin time is hilarious. Dacre Montgomery, right? Yes, Billy from Stranger Things.
Montgomery.
I'm down for that. He's great. Someone said he looks like a dirty Zac Efron, and I can't deny that.
Yeah, I can see it a little bit.
Which I mean, like guys, do you think like I know that it's not confirmed or anything, but do you actually think that we can potentially get Morbius in Marvel Spider-Man 2?
Maybe because
why not
the
Screwball?
character already exists in universe. Morgan Michaels is alias for Michael Morbius.
But I'm holding out hope for the Spot. That's the main I want to see.
It's insane that he's going to be the main villain for Across the Spider-Verse. It's like about time. Thank you.
I know, thank you. Like he finally deserves
not just
Twilight
a villain, the main villain, which is
thank God
incredible.
He's getting the respect that he deserves. The Spot.
And voiced by my boy Gideon Graves, Jason Schwartzman. I'm so down for that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but other than that, guys, we're still playing, but we've talked about the Black Panther game, Wakanda Forever, Marvel Spider-Man 2, No Way Home, more fun stuff version, Morbius 2, Thor Love and Thunder, MCU projects, Comic-Con was fun, Spider-Man freshman year, actually, we didn't talk about that, but...
yeah, there's news that it's now a multiverse story.
Yeah, I made a little YouTube short about that earlier today before the stream. It's not confirmed to be MCU canon.
Dude,
they revealed that at Comic-Con.
Yeah. Like, everyone was confused.
But it was confusing because before Comic-Con, they said this is going to be an origin story, pretty much, of MCU Tom Holland Spider-Man. Now, they're saying it's kind of in the MCU, but it's a multiverse, like, what-if story. Like, what if Norman Osborn was in Civil War instead of Tony Stark, and just go from there. Also known as, what if Spider-Man was more comic accurate in the MCU?
It's basically just, what if Marvel Studios had control of the Spider-Man property instead of Sony?
Sony, yeah, but I am now happier that it's not canon, because that means more creative freedom can be taken place.
Yeah.
Hopefully we actually get to see, that means we actually comic actor characters like Mary Jane, like actual Mary Jane, not
Norman with the waves, son? Yes.
Norman
doing the Scorpion.
But not Michael Mando's Scorpion, so I will say Norman has grip with the waves and the green suit, so I'm already happy about that. All the character design.
I just hope that's better animation than Marvel's Disney XD
Animation.
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Art style and
definitely.
animation are two different things.
So far, the art style is pretty good.
It looks like a hybrid of like Spider-Man Unlimited and Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which I'm all for.
I am very for that
But I
too.
have
I
to
just
see
hope that
how
the
it looks.
animation is smooth and fluid enough to go to fit that.
You know, it's not 10S, but
Oh god.
Nothing will
But
ever
at
be
least-
Panache.
but at
Even
least-
even Spider-Verse won't be Panache. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but it's not even close.
Yeah, never.
like I know that once they announce season 2 of 10S, like Evan is gonna be the happiest
wrap.
person alive.
I will destroy
He's
any
gonna
other
ascend.
channel who decides to cover it because it's like
Ascend to
blood
Super
waiting.
Saiyan God.
But
I always
you
love it when I
know
read
that's never-
comments of the 101 videos I do, the Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man, Spider-Man PS4 101 videos, and they say like, "Oh, that theme is so nostalgic." It's like, yes, I'm glad you know what that is from. Thank you.
Yeah, but you know that's never gonna happen because, well, Sony.
But it pisses me
Yes.
off because Mainframe, who made the show, said they'd love to do a second season, and they
just
just
need
need green
Marvel
lights
to
from
get on
Marvel. But
board.
they're like, nope, they won't do it. But no, we get
They
Freshman here
just
instead. Like,
need.
come on,
They just
they're
need
right there.
They just need Marvel and Sony to do it.
Yes.
Okay, a question from Casual Gamer. He says, are there still hope for an X-Men game to happen by anytime soon, right? So X-Men fans like me should still hold hope for a potential X-Men.
I mean, you're gonna be a fan, I would think, if you're an X-Men with Wolverine coming out, so that's already a big plus. But I know what you mean, like a full-on X-Men exclusive game with all the characters, like Nightcrawler. My boy Nightcrawler needs some respect. I haven't seen him in ages. I would love to see a game around them, but if it's gonna happen, I don't know. But I would certainly like to see one be in the works. With Marvel Games taking, you know, I guess a risk with Midnight Suns, but if you do a more popular brand game of characters with X-Men, I think that would go over well more with the general audience than Midnight Suns. Where they're already not liking the game because of the genre of game it is, with the turn-based card stuff. But I'm into it because I like Persona 5, and I'm like, this is just Marvel's Persona, so I'm totally down. But I totally agree that they should do like a X-Men game fully around their style in a well-rounded manner. I think that'd be great. Shredder's Revenge, dude. Oh my god! Like, if you're a fan of Scott Pilgrim the game, which I am, that's a go-to must-play for sure. Well, they kind of have that, don't they? Like, isn't there an X-Men like arcade game? Like that exactly.
Another question from question from Michael Curtin Vlogs. He says, "Hey Evan, now that John Watts is out of the Fantastic Four, finger
Thank
crossed
God.
that Marvel goes to
Yeah,
Jet."
he is. There's now,
Biggest win
just
of
looking
all
for a new
time, I'll say.
director.
Michael Courtney Vlogs, yes. Agreed.
Fingers crossed that Marvel goes to Brad Bird for the film, and then they all said. Also, scream it out on video. What if Far From Home was good?
What if Far From Home was good? That's a what if series I need to see ASAP. Well, first off, Brad Bird has already made the best Fantastic Four movie of all time with The Incredibles. So if he were to come in for a live action version of that, totally. I mean, which is interesting now because they confirmed recently that the Fantastic Four movie is not going to be an origin story.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how to feel about that because
I mean,
I'm assuming they're going to go with the classic origin where they're, astronauts in space and they get the cosmic waves, because the Fantastic movie, which is terrible, but it did do the ultimate Fantastic Four origin, which I was actually super hyped about when I first saw the trailer. I was like, they're getting frickin' the ultimate, incarnation of the Fantastic Four. It's a teleporter in the negative zone and all that. Like, oh, let's go! But then they just botched it completely, and then it didn't work. Which I was pissed because I love, wow, they're doing. It's the same thing. Like, what origin would they go with? Would they go with the ultimate version or the 616 version? So that's where I'm wondering what's going on there. But as long as they address, here's the thing, here's Ben Grimm, here's Reed Richards, they got the powers and they're gonna fight, not Doctor Doom again because they've already done him 3 times. The first Fantastic Four movie, Rise of the Silver Surfer, Fan 4 stick. And then
then
did they do it in like the older, like what was it, the 70s, 60s one?
Roger Corman version, I think. Yeah.
Was that also Dr. Doom, or was that someone else?
Yeah, it was
Okay, so now they've actually done it 4 times. So no, it's time for another villain, which I'm like, you got Namor right there in Wakanda Forever, so...
You got Namor,
bring him in.
you got...
bring him in, which by the way, I'm so excited to see him in that movie, Namor and Wakanda Forever. I think that's going to be my most anticipated factor about the film. But like, if you're going to bring him in the MCU, you better bring him in the Fantastic Four movie to go up against the Fantastic Four.
They can do Monocle, man.
And also bring Spider-Man into the Fantastic Four movie so that we can actually see him in the Fantastic
Future
Four.
Foundation style, or Black Suit style.
Yeah, Future Foundation. They can.
And make him race Johnny Storm like an Ultimate Spider-Man.
Please.
Imagine.
That'll be sick.
That'd be dope.
Wait, by the way, guys, do you think John Krasinski's gonna come back for Richards, or is it gonna be a new actor for the character?
So what Michael Cordy vlogs just brought up is that I think 2 things could happen with who, because he's brought up who's directing it since John Watts is Namor, and he brought up Brad Bird, which would be great. I'm also hoping if John Krasinski is not going to play Reed Richards, at the very least he could direct the movie, because he directed Quiet Place and was also in Multiverse of Madness, but just allow that to give him that creative vision. I've been wanting that, like, ever since they said that John Watts is not directing him. I'm like, John Krasinski. He can do like a horror theme type of vibe for the Fantastic Four, and kind of make it like a scare, not like horror theme, but like, you know, like more of a serious tone for the Fantastic Four instead of like the comedic stuff. Yes.
Just like which is what Josh Trank trying to do.
Exactly. Which is why I liked what I was seeing initially from the trailers, but then the studio got involved and it was all weird.
Yeah, and then there was...
Because I love Chronicles. Chronicles is like one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
And that's why I was excited for me to do Fantastic Four, but yeah, it just didn't work out, sadly.
Yeah, because apparently like the original cut of the film was gonna be much more darker and serious than what we ended up getting in the film. And they said that a director's cut is not gonna happen. So
yes.
But yeah, like, who do you guys think? Like, if you were to cast a Fantastic Four, who would you like to see as Marvel's first family in the MCU?
I laughed so hard when I saw like someone post like this is a totally leaked image of the Fantastic Four in the MCU, and it's just the cast of Breaking Bad. Like Walter White is Mr. Fantastic, Aaron Paul is Human Torch, Hank Dean Norris is the Thing, and Giancarlo Esposito is Galactus. I was laughing, like that was hilarious. Like, that's real. I'd love to see that. And Skylar is the Invisible Woman.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. I was thinking, actually thinking, like, do you guys think they should get Seth Rogen as the Thing?
As the Thing? Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
And like, I don't know, like, I'm fine with John or without John, you know, I'm fine with either or. I just hope that they actually adapt the characters like how they are, and not bring us another disaster like Fantastic. So.
To be honest, I'm fine with the no origin, but the thing is, I think they should at least mention some stuff like in the origin for the Fantastic Four. Like, at least establish who they are first.
I agree. Yeah, just make them well known and, you know, give them like a purpose or something. But I see a comment from Eddie Brock. Evan, Jeff Grubb has said that there's many more Marvel games in development at Sony and that they're building their own Marvel gaming universe. Does this excite you? Well, I don't know if he said that recently, because I feel like I've heard someone say that before. Like, there's a rumor like they're going to make them, you know, more Sony-based Insomniac Marvel games, because we already have Spider-Man. We're getting Wolverine, and there's the 1048 number in both of the trailers for Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine, which, if you don't know, like, all the Marvel worlds have their Earth numbers, so, like, 616 is the main comic universe, 1610 is the Ultimate Universe. So they're saying 1048 is the Insomniac universe, because we see that in both the games. So if they're doing that, you know, Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, and whatever else they do, I think so. I mean, it'd be dumb if they don't, because they have such a great blueprint already for all the games that they've made. Why not connect them? Because Well, they're already going insane because they're doing Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, that multiplayer game, and Spider-Man and Miles on PC, which I know Nixie Software is the main one making it, but they're still allowing them, they're collaborating with them to work on it. So they're part of the development process, just not as much as Nixie's, but they're still doing the PC ports, like verbatim onto these previous games, while making 3 new games. So they're insane. I don't know what cocaine they snort to do these things, but it's working.
Yeah, well,
it is working in full force, and I would love to get whatever they're taking, because they are just madmen with that. No, they're geniuses. It's crazy what they're doing, and if they were to do more Marvel games, I mean, that just means more Marvel greatness from us, but it would also piss off a lot of the Xbox fans. A lot of the Xbox fans, so,
oh my god.
To be honest, I am glad that, the 2 games, Marvel Spider-Man and Miles Morales, they are gonna come to PC. That can give other people.
One of my buddies is amazing, who I've done a collaboration with before in the past, has never played the game, sadly, because he does not own a PlayStation. So this will be his first time playing Spider-Man in general, remastered or not, you know, on PC instead of PlayStation.
Oh yeah. Cool. Actually, I have not heard that name in forever.
Yeah, it's amazing.
His amazing is great. He's done some videos recently, but he isn't busy with stuff.
But yeah, like I'm kind of like, so Evan, like, if Evan were to do a Marvel game, what character would he like to do besides Spider-Man, of course?
That's the thing. Like, yeah, like people ask me, like, if I would do a game or movie, it would always be a game. But yeah, what character do I do? You know what? I wouldn't do Spider-Man because Insomniac Brian Intar knows way more than me. But for a standalone, single-player focused Marvel game, I genuinely think I could hopefully have some creative liberty or some creative input for a Daredevil game. I think it's
Daredevil.
Yeah. Long overdue. I know we were supposed to get that movie tie-in game for the Ben Affleck movie, but that was like PS1, PS2 era.
That was like years ago.
Years, even decades ago. So that
actually, I know
on the level of this quality right now, we're getting AAA style. I think I could hopefully have some nice input for a Daredevil game.
Actually, I think I know the best shirt for you to make a Marvel game. You ready?
Screwball.
Dragonfly.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. Dragonfly, baby, it's time.
Our boy Rick Riker.
Rick Riker origin story confirmed. We need that game ASAP. Open world Dragonfly game, yes. Go to the what was it? Xavier School for Non-Asian Kids.
Gifted Asians.
Non-gifted Asians for as the headquarters for Dragonfly. I just love when just the way that Tracy Morgan speaks as Professor Xavier, like when he's touring Drake Bell in the campus, and he's like, oh, like, you know, here we aid all people to become the heroes they're meant to be, and like, oh, is that like, yeah, yeah, you know, he takes steroids with Barry Bonds, the baseball player. Take enough roids, you can do anything. Lasers out of his eyes. Back up off those pills, Barry. I'm like, it's so perfect. I love that movie so much. It's actually insane. It's like we get insane shows like The Boys now with, you know, Homelander and all the crazy stuff. How do we not have like a superhero movie too nowadays? With all the superhero stuff that's out now, it's a tragedy that we don't have that. You don't even have to include Drake Bell, because I know he's problematic nowadays, but just do like a separate, different story without Dragonfly for a superhero movie too. Like a new hero, a new superhero for the superhero movie. And just parody Endgame and Infinity War and all that, just do it. Like, The Boys is already doing that, but I need like a truthful, genuine superhero movie sequel.
This is your wife. She is this man's wife. Give me 5 minutes.
Give me 5 minutes.
I would like another Deadpool game.
It's gonna be Dragonfly's son. He's gonna be like, what happened to my father? He's like, oh, he died.
That'd be hilarious. He got hit by a plane.
He died in a mysterious alleyway that I totally did not feel responsible for his death and my mother's.
Oh, Dad, no.
The money.
Dying. No, please, Rick, it's okay. Just make sure to share our shares of a company called Google.
The money's yours.
Worthless.
Invest in a small company called Google. It's worthless. Invest heavily in
that's like one of my favorite lines in that movie. the best ever.
Inhumans have all been free. Sending them coordinates.
I would like
for
a Deadpool game be made by Insomniac.
What game made by Insomniac? Daredevil?
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Interesting.
Well, remember another leak, a rumor, which
Wait,
I guess could be a leak or rumor. But remember, I did a video, and this was news, of the creative director of the Lollipop Chainsaw game and No More Heroes. He wants to make a Deadpool game.
We're making progress. We'll keep looking until we've rescued every.
And that's getting a remake. Yeah, well, actually, no, remaster. Sorry, but yeah. So if they're doing that, Suda51 could come back and do a Deadpool game for Marvel, and I think that would be the perfect fit for them for sure.
And if they want, you could actually like tie it up to a little bit of brand synergy with Deadpool 3, since that's also coming out.
That's right. They're doing MCU Deadpool 3, aren't they? Which I'm hoping it'll be just as good as the previous two. I don't know. That kind of worries me a little bit, but we'll see.
I'm gonna just wait and see.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I'll probably do one more match, and then I will head off.
And also they so they announced so do you guys think do you guys actually like Sam Wilson as Captain America in the MCU?
I mean, I love him, dude. Like Sam Wilson.
Wait, say that again about Sam Wilson?
Do you actually like Sam Wilson as Captain America?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
I think really Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier was one of my favorite Disney Plus shows.
And so, are you actually excited for Captain America: New World Order?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he was great in as for what little we got, the finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier as actual Captain America. He's going to do a great job, and Anthony Mackie is totally devoted to it, and that's all that matters.
He is, because it's like, and so like, okay, so we have, so who do you think is going to be the new Avengers lineup in the MCU? Like, obviously, like,
definitely not Spider-Man.
Why not?
Well, because he's gonna be part of the street level hero, and for the MCU. Plus, wouldn't that be?
That's right.
I mean,
Feige said that about Daredevil and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But does that? It still could mean at least Spider-Man, because I know Daredevil's part of the Defenders. At least Spider-Man could be.
Yeah.
Well,
he could. I'm not saying and could. Wouldn't, but if they would do that, I just hope they won't.
Because for the most part, they all still know Spider-Man exists after No Way Home. It's just that they don't know who Peter Parker is. But they know, like, oh, Spider-Man was there when he fought Thanos with us. And all that. So they're aware of his existence. They just, he may not want to be a part of that himself.
Like so like the stuff that happened in Civil War, Homecoming, Infinity War, Endgame, Far From Home, No Way Home, all of that stuff still happened in the movie. It's just that now people don't know who Spider-Man is.
But for new Avengers, like, we're already getting like Kate Bishop, Ant-Man, Wasp, his daughter,
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, then
Miss Marvel, Moon Knight.
actually,
maybe, I don't know. Actually, Moon Knight will be a part of that, but we'll see.
To be honest, though,
I think it'd be more
now that I think about it, yeah, I think Spider-Man could be part of it, like the new Avengers, potentially.
I can see Moon Knight in a Moon Knight, Moon Knight Suns team.
Imagine Moon Knight Season 2.
Yeah, because Moon Knight
Season 2, oh boy.
They haven't confirmed that, have they? Because they just confirmed.
No, they haven't confirmed that yet.
Limited series for now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to feel about Moon Knight. Like, it's a show that there are some aspects that I like, but there are other aspects where I'm like,
the religion part really for Moon Knight, they just treat that as an Easter egg.
They didn't do it enough. Exactly. They just kind of glossed over it.
Which, funny thing is, Miss Marvel actually does that, and
It's weird, because that's like the whole premise of the show, is their Muslim heritage and their background and their culture and race.
Yeah.
And religion. But then, Moon Knight, he's like one of the most prominently known Jewish characters in the Marvel Universe, and they just kind of say, no. It's like, why? Like that I mean, that episode, the Asylum one, was my favorite episode. The flashback episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just kind of, I don't know.
I kind of wish that they would have
just
done
make it
like
more like meaningful to
the series, like for Moon Knight.
His mom or something. But they just show like he doesn't go into the you know, is it a wake or something? But yeah, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes that off, which is weird. I get like, oh, you know, I'm so upset. It's like, out of all things, he had to like symbolically, you know, take off the yarmulke and beat it up. You know, like that's kind of, you know, could have been a bit more tasteful or something. I don't know. Just do more with that. You know, yeah, like what you said, they glossed over it. They could have done a lot more with it if they wanted.
Yeah.
Better. It's like they didn't want to go too much into the Jewish aspect of the character. That's all. And like, I don't know.
For some weird reason.
What?
Yeah, which is why if they were to get like a season 2, then yeah, just do more with Mark and Steven and whoever. Which I was a bit upset with, like, because it had such a good story plot. What was that? That was like the 5th episode, wasn't it? Because there was only 6 episodes. I thought that was insanely well done. Where because Mark Spector is the original version. It's not Stephen Grant. It was Mark, right? So when he invents Steven as a coping mechanism against his abusive mom, he feels like content with knowing that he manifested that himself as a kid, and then he embraces him, but then he lets him go because he doesn't need him anymore because he kind of overcomes that trauma by himself. But then he comes back, like he's revived, because again, like the power of love or some garbage, because then whatever, he gets revived by Mark in the sands, and then they're both gone, but then no, they're back, because Mark learned that love is the biggest superpower of all or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of, you know, gloss over Jake Lockley as a little wink-wink cameo at the end, which was dumb.
Wasted. Jake
super
Lockley.
wasted, and just also irritating that at the end of the season finale, they do that little flash thing where Ethan Hawke has Arthur Harrow, whatever his name is, he has him trapped, like, by the staff of the crocodile god, whatever her name is. And Amit, yeah, he is about to kill Moon Knight, you know, and then all of a sudden he does the little, you know, phase in, phase out thing, and it looks like he killed Arthur Harrow. He's like, what the hell was that, Mark? He's like, well, that wasn't me. He's like, what about you, Steven? No, that wasn't me, and it was Jake Lockley. But then I thought we were going to get, because we see, you know, Moon Knight's persona is Mark Spector, Mr. Knight's persona is Stephen Grant. I thought we were going to get like a third Moon Knight costume, and it was Jake Lockley's persona.
Yeah.
Fighting. But then they just did the little cut thing, and that was it.
No, because that was actually going to be that was going to be an actual thing in the deleted scene. They were actually going to have Jake Lockley here in the finale.
Oh, so what the fuck? Like, that's annoying.
But they ended up cutting that.
Pretty unfortunate.
That's another show where I don't think the visual effects were that great.
The funny thing is, as far as I know, Hawkeye was the only Disney Plus show to have shown like the deleted scenes. I do not.
Online or something?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Have you seen all the deleted stuff with?
No, I literally just like.
Yeah,
Kingpin, you guys know me. I'm more in the games than the shows. So when I saw Miss Marvel, and I'm probably never gonna see it again. I liked it, but it's like.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, you know.
Now my question
like, I already
is
know for a fact I will be talking about Marvel Spider-Man 2 for like the next 10 years after I find out. How good that's gonna be. I'm not even kidding. Like, you know how insane it's gonna be when like Venom appears on screen and Yuri Lowenthal is gonna turn the Black Suit Spider-Man, like, and you know, Miles might get injured or something. Like, all these possibilities with the game is way better than like, oh, Jake Lockley is using that thing and then you're done. And then you wait until he appears in the next movie for like 5 years from now. Like, what the fuck? Like, for the game, there's the storyline, there's the gameplay, there's the graphics, there's DLC that'll probably be added, there's the next game, there's all this. It's like, my god, it's so much more meaningful than anything that the films are doing. In my opinion.
Do you know?
In my opinion.
Hey, but do you know who is suffering in the gaming community?
Yeah. Which I'm not excited for either Gotham Knights or Suicide Squad, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm more excited for Midnight Suns than Gotham Knights, and I will take that L if I say that's an L. I'm not even kidding.
Gotham Knights
was so
just
wait
and see in my eyes. But
what's that?
Like the marketing in that's just trash.
Warner Brothers Montreal literally has not made a game since 2013, and they're doing like the most bare bones, minimalistic marketing I've ever seen for any superhero game of all time. And it's a Batman-related property. Like, Batman's not in the game, per se. Like, he's in it, but he's dead. But it's a Batman-related game. And the marketing is just garbage. And it's supposedly coming out on...
this year in October.
October 25th.
Yeah.
Only next-gen, which is clearly it's not. Like, it was developed for last-gen consoles, but they just accommodated it for
dropped
next-gen.
it, like, last minute.
Yeah, so, but they, like, people are like, oh, it's great, because this means it's full next-gen. You guys don't know how development works then, because that,
Dude,
no. They were working on it to make it work for last-gen consoles for those platforms. So they just had to result to the bare minimum of making it at least releasing on next-gen consoles. But it's still developed for last-gen.
Like,
Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, the Skydance new media game, Wonder Woman, those are all games for next-gen only. That's fully developed on next-gen, not Gotham Knights.
To be honest,
not, you know.
It's like compare the Marvel Spider-Man 2 trailer to Gotham Knights. Like the difference is like night and day.
Dude.
Yes.
Just them
Which still blows my mind, again, as a dab to the movies, that the game trailer was in-engine footage. That was not CGI, and it looks almost as good, if not better, than the CGI trailers that we have already seen for Spider-Man and Miles in their past games. So, and that was early footage, so just think about what it's going to look like the next time we see it.
Which is clearly going to be...
Yeah, because the electricity on the rod. I immediately, because I was in, you know, if you go back to my reaction, I'm insane. So I'm like looking 5 miles a minute on everything on the trailer. So I'm like, what is this? Is this Spider-Man 2? Because we saw Wolverine. Like, that can't be just Wolverine, because you have to announce Spider-Man 2 as well, right? Because that's the big game from them. And then, because then they saw, you know, the trailer. I was looking around like what is this? And then they did a little tiny peekaroo on the right side of the screen. There's a Daily Bugle logo that popped out slightly. I'm like, wait a minute, is that the Daily Bugle? And then it was Spider-Man's advanced suits. I'm like, oh my god. So that was the nail on the coffin. There we go.
Like everyone was eating shit when you saw the Spider-Man shoot trailer.
Yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't phrase it like that, but yes, I was excited.
No, like when I saw the suit logo in the Spider-Man 2 trailer, I was like, no fucking way, they're actually doing it. They're actually announcing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes. Because I was like, you gotta. Like, you're doing a big PlayStation event, you have God of War Ragnarok here, of course. You're gonna announce Wolverine, but you can't not announce Spider-Man 2. It's like, what, you're gonna say... So you're telling me what my thought process was. Because at the time, they also showed the Guardians of the Galaxy game trailer, which wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
I was like, you're gonna tell me that you're gonna show a trailer for a brand new Wolverine game, but not the biggest, like, sequel that everyone and their mother is looking forward to, but just Wolverine? Like, you can't do that. There's no way. And then they announced both, because they're insane. Like, oh my god. So that was nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, there's no way that those are releasing in the same year. One of them is getting delayed. I can guarantee you that right now.
No way.
No way.
But imagine if they actually went through with it. I mean,
that'd be crazy, but I heavily doubt it.
Wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
No, but if Secret War's gonna come out on the same year as Kang Dynasty, then the VFX are gonna be looking like
they're gonna fucking be underpaid even more.
No, like they're really gonna get paid.
Especially if they don't look good, and especially if like one of the critiques of the film, like, these visual effects aren't that great. It's like, yeah, because you forced the VFX artists to rush them out.
Okay. Yeah, my take on the whole VFX thing is this technically, like, yeah, they can, like, be pissed at Marvel, right? But the thing is, it's like, we technically had a part in this too, like, because as soon as they release, like, everything in, like, 1 year, it's like, yeah, of course people are gonna buy into this, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the video that basically like was like, I think what TJ kind of made fun of the VFX not being done in time for Love and Thunder, and that was before the VFX stuff was revealed, you know, before the VFX artists.
Franco, we're destroying this robot.
Oh, I know.
But you know that Franco can beat your ass in Soul Calibur, right?
Yes, listen. I've gotten better, okay? We gotta do a rematch at some point. Either another charity live stream or just a fun match offline. Whenever, just we gotta dive in.
Or maybe do it on my channel as a stream.
Yes.
Actually, I'm planning to get number 6 soon, so we can actually also do that event. I can destroy your ass.
Do you have Soul Calibur now?
Yeah, I'm actually planning to get it sometime soon. So
that's amazing. Because I don't want to play like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite because it's such a bad game. For a fighting game, you know, like what can we do for like a Spidey Squad live stream thing that can we, you know, because we do this Avengers, it's like it's so boring. But then I play Genshin Impact, and only a few of you guys play Genshin Impact. But what else can we do? Oh yeah, Soul Calibur is just one of those fun fighting games that I love to play. I know we also had the one with Joseph Whitty, which we never did, sadly, at the Among Us stream. But he's been busy, we've been busy, so it never worked out. But we still want to do it at some point. I still have it ready and waiting on PS5, Among Us. DualSense imposter suspecting. Where it's at for gameplay these days.
Oh my god, playing Among Us at 4K 60 FPS.
Yes, it's the ultimate dream. It's a gamer fantasy.
Imagine Spider-Man and Among Us.
It's God's greatest gift to this earth. Spider-Man Among Us. Well, Ratchet and Clank are already in Among Us, funny enough.
Yeah.
And Insomniac, so why not?
Who knows?
I know people say Fortnite, but I'm like, no, I don't like Fortnite, I'm sorry. I know there's all this cool stuff in it, and I know I made that video that almost got like 3 million views, which was hilarious, just comparing the web swing from Fortnite to Avengers, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna play. Even that footage was not mine. That Spider-Man footage was not my footage. So I'm like, I'm never gonna play
Give me a hand, bro. Let's go. Yeah!
Woo! We tag team in this robot. Together, Black Panther and Spider-Man.
Nice. Alright, let's go again.
Oh yeah, please. Get the stunning action.
Okay, go. Now.
Oh, I'm on top of it.
I'm coming. There we go.
Oh, tag team of fury.
Little Spidey and Black Panther action.
Oh yeah.
Let me say something. No, I'm like like we're gonna I'm planning to get Soul Calibur 6 at some point so that we can actually like get to play with Evan and Franco and just like seeing Franco like beat the shit out of him.
Just to do what?
Just like I'm gonna do a match with Evan and Franco on Soul Calibur just then I can see like
who's the better fighter? Yes.
Who's the better fighter?
Because who did Franco beat me with all the time? I was always playing as Cassandra, like one of my custom characters. Yeah, freaking.
Yep.
I'm sorry, okay? He's my favorite Soul Calibur character, okay?
I like tried everyone. I tried Nightmare,
and then
I tried
Taki,
Maxi,
and then
I tried Cassandra.
Maxi, Killick, Taki.
It didn't work.
No, Taki's my girl.
Taki and
Zhangao.
Yoshimitsu are your guys. I main usually Keelik, Cassandra, and Nightmare as my top 3. But I gotta get better. I hope I've gotten better. Alright guys, well, we've been streaming for literally an hour, and 2 hours actually, so we've been doing a pretty damn good job. There's a lot of questions concerning about whether or not that the Black Panther game will be good, if it does exist, if it does in fact happen to be in development, which I think it might be. Marvel's got cool stuff in the pipeline for games, movies, not so much the comics nowadays, but for the media front. We're hoping that all these games will be good. All these movies and shows will be good.
It out in comics.
Spider-Man No Way Home, More Fun Stuff versions coming out soon. The freshman year cartoon is sounding interesting since it's not canon.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 hopefully gets some news soon. I hope to God, because it's been a while since that has happened. And Franco will beat my butt when we play Soul Calibur 6 again, probably. Whenever that happens. Let's see, any final questions? Michael Courtney Vlogs. Hey, Evan, I know this might sound insane, but I think Daredevil Born Again could possibly rival Spider-Man PS4 with the right direction and tone. Also, could Spider-Man 2 be shown off at D23? Both good questions. So, one, Born Again could rival Spider-Man PS4. I think the reason why he's asking that is because since it's 18 episodes instead of the 6 long episodes, so it's longer and there's more to explore with the characters, which I could definitely see. If anything, the question should be, is it going to rival the Netflix seasons? Which it could, but I'm worried about if the writing will allow it to be that dark and mature. So we'll see. Spider-Man PS4 is a game, so it's longer, the story's deeper, and there's more to explore with that. So I don't know for sure, but I'm hoping it'll be good. I just hope the writing nails it. And for your second question, that is what I'm wondering the most, actually, because we know Marvel will be at D23, but Marvel Spider-Man PS4 was at D23 2018, 17? I think
2017. Yeah, it's 2017. Definitely.
So I am hoping that they do the same thing for Spider-Man 2, because what's to stop them from doing that? Because Brian Intar could be there, Yuri could be there, Tony Todd, I hope, could be there.
Zoom from The Flash.
Zoom from Flash, so he could be here again, say, hey, I'm back as Venom, and then boom, just show a story trailer, which I find weird that God of War Ragnarok is the most recent Sony game that's going to come out. It comes out in November. It's literally almost August right now, so like less than 3 months pretty much. And frickin' there's no gameplay. It's just the CGI trailer that they revealed, and that's it. So they better show something soon with like a big PlayStation showcase there. They could probably show gameplay, a Spider-Man 2 trailer, maybe a small Wolverine update. We don't know, but that could either be in August or September. But I don't think later than September, because they have to start marketing this God of War game before November arrives. So you would think that they would do it as soon as possible now that they are kind of closing in to release. But we shall see. But anyways, guys.
Dangerous dead, bro.
Yeah,
I don't believe
my boy Blasty, my guy Evan on a different level. Man has Black Widow in her undies. That's the skin. That's a skin that was in the game. I did it for the culture. I did it for the fans, for the viewers. Leave a like if you enjoy.
Oh god,
Black Widow.
Avengers doing
summer
skins. Jeez. I wonder what's next.
I wore all the different Black Panther
Each summer, Kate Bishop.
But I gave variety overall, for in service of the fans.
What is this, Evan? Why do you have Black Widow in her under?
It's what was destined to be for this game, I'm assuming.
Oh my god!
Go to Hornet Jail.
It's a mod. Imagine if it was a mod, that'd be insane. But no, this is an actual suit that they released.
Not suitable for warrior artists.
NFSW? NSFW? Not safe for work.
NSFW.
NSFW, not safe for work. Not safe for gameplay.
No, just wait until you see the mods for Black Cat and Spider-Man Remaster.
Oh my god!
Or
I'm
Mary
not ready
Jane.
for those. Those are gonna be scary because you know that they're gonna do whatever it takes to just rip off everything.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for joining, dude. I appreciate it. DJ Ricky, I know, was here, but he kept leaving and joining. I don't know if we ever got a chance to talk with him, but I know DJ Ricky was inviting me first, so thank you. And thank you also for DJ Ricky and the other individual who was amazing enough to donate. That means a lot, so thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Share the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. More Marvel games, videos, and live streams coming soon with my boys here in the Spy Squad. Joining me, of course, Ghosty, and my right-hand buddy, Franco Greco, Stealth Gamer, which, by the way, follow and subscribe to him on his own channel, Stealth Gamer 026. He definitely deserves your support, and we'll be sure to keep you updated and excited for all things Marvel related. Definitely stay tuned. Lots more cool videos to come, and thank you all for tuning in. Anyone have any final words to say about what we started the stream on, the Black Panther game, Wakanda Forever, Marvel, anything, Comic-Con, news?
Yeah.
Anything?
Yeah.
I already spoke about all this, so I'm just gonna let the other ones.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, everyone. Which, by the way, go back, watch the stream again if you missed anything. It will be on the video on demand. You know, for the channel, you'll see it live. You can replay it, watch it all again, and enjoy the fun from the comfort of your own home and devices, whatever that may be.
I just need.
Yeah.
Better yet, Evan.
I'm just here praying for the VFX artists that they actually get paid and they
Treat the
get them right,
VFX artists
because
with respect, give them fair treatment. That's what matters most, for sure.
Treat them the way the others want to be treated, right?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going maybe then.
Okay.
Hey, where's your fucking source?
Where's the source? Yes.
Do you trust me?
You literally just texted me, Rogue, it's been officially, it's confirmed that Spider-Man freshman year is not canon in the MCU.
Yes, I did a short about that before I did my live stream, so go check it out in case you missed it. But
okay,
yes.
I need someone other than him to tell me that's, like, is that actually confirmed? Because I don't believe shit that this kid says, right?
You don't believe me? It was confirmed by an official source, dude.
Yeah.
No, not you, Evan. I'm talking about Danger up here.
Okay, I was saying, because, like, that came from an official comicbook.com source.
Yeah, comicbook.com.
It came from the head of Marvel Street, Brad Winderbaum, I think.
Brad Winderbaum, yeah. Like head of Marvel Studios Animation.
Streaming,
that,
yeah.
That comes from his mouth.
You know, so they're taking the story from Civil War, but they're doing like a what if twist with it. So it's Norman Osborn is in Peter's apartment with Aunt May instead of Tony Stark, and he is going to be mentoring Spider-Man along the way during the show.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because I'm like.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because I'm like, we all know Norman had ways in the comics. Now they turned that man officially black.
Yeah, if he's going to fight the Avengers and stuff, we don't know that for sure. But for the basic plot point for now, they're doing like a what if twist on the Civil War set point where Tony Stark is in Peter's house. And now it's Norman Osborn. With the waves. With waves confirmed. Alright, guys.
Listen, as long as I don't see Uncle Ben get shot for like the 50th time, I'm fine with it.
That's coming in at the finale of the show, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Alright, but anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos down the line. Do you still even play Avengers? Anyone in the chat, let me know. Do you like Black Panther's inclusion? Would you like to see the Black Panther game take any form of inspiration from Black Panther's inclusion in Marvel's Avengers? Let us know all your thoughts. And until further ado, true believers, thank you all so much for watching. Stay merry, Marvelites, and peace out.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.